Yes, if you move to Arizona, you will probably see a scorpion at some point in your life here. Whether one ends up inside your house instead of outside in the yard depends almost entirely on one thing: which lot you buy. Let's talk about it. I'm Jenna Walsh with the Walsh Real Estate Group at eXp here in Arizona, and I help people just like you buy and sell homes in Peoria and the North Phoenix area. And this question, some version of, am I going to get eaten alive by desert animals, is one of the top 3 things people ask me when they are looking to move here from a different state. Right up there with, how hot does it actually get, and do I need to live in an HOA? So today I want to give you the real, unfiltered version, not the scary internet version, not the everything's totally fine, don't worry about it real estate agent version. The actual truth based on walking hundreds of these lots with buyers. We're going to be covering 5 things today: what's actually out there, which lots carry real risk, how new construction handles this differently than an older resale home, the HOA versus non-HOA debate because it's more connected to this topic than you'd think, and where to actually look if this matters to you. By the end, you'll know exactly what to ask before you fall in love with a house. Let's start with the 2 animals everyone always asks me about: scorpions and rattlesnakes. The scorpion you need to actually care about is the bark scorpion. It's small, pale tan, and it's the one that's medically significant, meaning a sting is genuinely gonna hurt and can cause some numbness and swelling. And for a healthy adult, it's usually some of the worst pain of your life for a day or 2. But for young kids, elderly folks, or someone with a health condition, it's more serious and worth a call to poison control or urgent care. They like cool, dark, tight spaces. Think under rocks, inside block walls, in shoes that are left outside, in garages. They're active mostly at night and mostly in the warmer months, which here in Phoenix, that's a big chunk of the year. Rattlesnakes are a whole different story. They're not typically going to be hanging out in the middle of the subdivision. They generally stick to undeveloped desert, natural washes, and areas near mountain preserves. So if you live on an interior lot in the middle of an established neighborhood, your odds of ever seeing one in your yard are genuinely going to be pretty low. Now, if your lot backs directly to open desert or wash, your odds go up. Not dramatically, but noticeably, especially in spring and fall when rattlesnakes are most active. So here's the honest bottom line. Thousands of people live here for decades and never have a serious incident with either one. This isn't the plague. It's a normal part of desert living that you manage with a few smart habits. You want to make sure that you seal gaps around doors and the garage. Every other month, you want your pest control company to come out and spray the exterior perimeter of your home. You don't want to leave wood piles or rock piles right up against the house. And you always want to make sure you check shoes and clothes spaces before you reach in. And using a UV flashlight at night, if you're curious, because scorpions actually glow under the black light, and it sounds kind of made up and fake, but it's actually a real thing. And it's kind of fun to show your kids as long as you're doing this in a safe manner. So this is the part that actually matters for your home search because not all lots are equal. The highest exposure lots are what we call wash backing lots. Properties where your back fence lines up against a natural desert drainage wash. Washes are basically like the wildlife highways. Animals use them to move through the area, so a wash backing lot has more traffic than a lot in the interior of a neighborhood that's surrounded by houses on all sides. Similarly, lots that back directly to a mountain preserve or a large open desert parcel or an undeveloped future phase of a master plan carry the same type of exposure and risk. These are often marketed as premium view lots, and they genuinely have gorgeous views, but that view exists because there's open desert right there, and open desert means wildlife. Now, on the flip side, an interior lot, especially in a mature neighborhood with solid block walls, turf or gravel landscaping, and neighbors on all sides of it, is a much lower exposure situation. You're not eliminating your risk to zero. I mean, we are still in Arizona in the desert, but you are dramatically reducing it. One thing I always tell my clients is that check the parcel map before you fall in love with the lot. It takes me 30 seconds to pull this up for you, and we can see whether a property backs to a wash, a preserve, or another house, and we want to do that before you get emotionally attached to a specific view. Now, this is where it gets interesting because new construction and resale handle this very differently. In new construction communities, especially like the bigger master planned ones, you're typically going to have stricter standards for wall construction and ceiling. And HOAs in those communities often require specific landscaping buffers near the washes and open spaces, which this does help, but here's the catch. Those same builders will absolutely sell you a premium desert view lot at a price premium precisely because it backs to that natural area. You're paying more for the exact feature that increases your exposure to the wildlife. So it is just worth it to know that going in before you kind of get into that situation. Now for resale homes, especially the older style neighborhoods from the 90s that a lot of buyers love because they have bigger lots and there's no HOA, come with a totally different set of considerations. Those mature desert landscapes can be beautiful, but if they haven't been maintained and they have dense brush and wood piles, that is exactly what scorpions and small critters love to live in. And older block walls are more likely to have some sort of gaps or cracks or worn weep holes in them that is going to create wonderful entry points for these critters. So my practical advice is during a home inspection, you want to physically walk the entire perimeter wall. Look for gaps, damaged weep holes, and gates that don't close all the way. Ask the seller directly if they've ever had regular pest control. It's literally a 2-minute conversation that is going to kind of tell you a lot. If you're now picturing yourself inspecting every inch of a block wall with a flashlight, I get it. And that's honestly part of what I already do with my buyers before we ever even write an offer. If you want a second set of eyes on a home you're considering, or you just want someone local to walk a lot with you before you commit, that's literally what I'm here for. There's a link in the description and my comment below where you can grab 15 minutes on my calendar, and it's completely free, no obligation. Now let's talk about the HOA versus non-HOA debate. This connects directly back to what we just talked about because a lot of the non-HOA neighborhoods that people love here are exactly those older, bigger lot, natural desert landscaping areas. And that same charm is part of what increases your exposure. Here's what an HOA typically controls that's relevant to this conversation: landscaping maintenance standards, wall and fence upkeep requirements, and maintenance of common area desert buffers between homes and open spaces. And in a well-run HOA, that indirectly reduces wildlife issues because things aren't left to get overgrown or neglected. The upside of a non-HOA neighborhood is true freedom. No monthly dues, no design restrictions, no fines for the wrong gravel color, and no board telling you what you can or can't do with your own yard. The downside is that nobody's enforcing anything on your neighbor's property. If the house next door decides to let their yard go wild, there's no mechanism to fix that. And there's no shared reserve fund that's going to be maintaining those common desert buffer areas. Neither one is objectively better. It genuinely comes down to how much you value control and consistency versus freedom and lower monthly costs. I have clients in both of these arenas who are thrilled with their choice, and clients in both who wish they would have picked differently, usually because nobody explained the trade-off to them ahead of time. So where should you actually look? If this is a real factor for you, here's how I'd approach your search. First, decide your comfort level. Honestly, are you someone who wants zero exposure, or are you fine with some desert charm in exchange for a great view and lower cost? Second, make a simple avoid list for your agent. No washbacking lots, no open desert adjacent lots, or if you do want that view, go in expecting to budget for extra pest mitigation and more diligent wall maintenance. Before you tour anything, you want to ask these 3 questions. Is this lot adjacent to a wash or preserve? What does the HOA, if there is one, require for landscaping and buffer maintenance? And 3, what's the pest control history on this specific property? Those 3 questions alone will filter out most of your guesswork. All right, let's wrap it up. I've walked buyers through this exact conversation more times than I can count, and almost every single one of them ends up here, falls in love with the area, and years later tells me the wildlife thing was actually a total non-issue because they bought smart from the start. This isn't about being scared of Arizona, it's about being informed so you can actually enjoy it. If you want help finding a lot that actually fits your comfort level, whether that's a zero exposure or you don't mind a stunning desert view, comment desert below, or you can actually just head on to the description and click that link and book a free call with me. I'll walk you through exactly which neighborhoods and lots make sense for what you are actually looking for. Until next time, happy house hunting.